I twist my ankle, and I had a teammate, David Greenwood. He says, you twist your ankle, young fella, come over.
And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Kobe didn't want to disappoint his fans, especially the ones in the 300 sections at State.
They called him the ultimate competitor, a man who didn't just play basketball, but lived it, breathed it, and demanded that everyone around him respect it the same way. Michael Jordan wasn't merely chasing championships.
I'm available to go and be in the pro. If OBJ shows up, he might score 100.
He was chasing perfection. And when he finally spoke again after years of silence, he didn't just give an interview. He sent a message that shook the foundation of the modern NBA. It happened quietly. NBC brought back NBA coverage for the first time in over 2 decades, and to mark the moment, they did the unthinkable. They got Michael Jordan to return. Not as a player, not as an executive, but as a voice. A voice from an era when greatness wasn't measured in brand deals or Instagram followers, but in sweat, sacrifice, and scars. For years, Jordan had remained a ghost, a living legend who rarely spoke publicly about the game he once ruled. But when he sat down for NBC's first broadcast, it wasn't nostalgia that came through. It was a reminder, a hard truth delivered in that calm, unflinching tone that defined him. The topic: load management. The new philosophy that allows stars to rest whenever they please, to sit out games for the sake of longevity, strategy, or comfort. Jordan didn't need to name names. He didn't have to say LeBron. Everyone already knew who he was talking about. "I never wanted to miss a game," Jordan said. "Every single one was an opportunity to prove myself. The fans, they came to see me play. I wanted to impress that guy, sitting way up at the top, the one who worked his ass off to afford a ticket. That one sentence, 'I wanted to impress that guy way up top,' carried more weight than any stat or speech ever could. Because in that moment, Jordan reminded everyone what basketball used to mean. It wasn't about rest days or preserving a career. It was about honoring the people who made the game possible, the fans who sacrificed to watch their heroes perform, the teammates who depended on you to show up, and the legacy that demanded your best every single night." Jordan's philosophy was simple. If you can play, you play. If you're tired, you push. If you're hurt, you tape it up. Because greatness doesn't wait for convenience. It thrives in pain. And that's what made his message sting so deeply. Because in today's NBA, that standard has disappeared. Now stars take games off for maintenance. They sit on the bench in designer suits while fans who spent months saving for tickets are told, "Sorry, he's resting tonight." Jordan saw that culture growing like a virus, and this was his way of cutting through the noise. While Jordan spoke about the responsibility of showing up, LeBron James, the face of the modern NBA, was sitting out preseason games, dealing with sciatica, and posting on social media about how players know their bodies best. To LeBron, basketball had become just a game. His words, not anyone else's. At the end of the day, he once said, "It's just basketball." Imagine Michael Jordan saying that. Imagine Kobe Bryant saying that.
Kobe didn't want to disappoint his fans, especially the ones in the 300 sections at State.
They never would, because for them, basketball wasn't just a game. It was everything. It was duty, purpose, identity, and devotion. And when Jordan heard today's superstars treating it like a part-time job, he couldn't stay silent any longer. This wasn't about one player versus another. It was about 2 completely different worlds colliding, 2 mentalities separated by decades but bound by the same court. Jordan's era was built on toughness. The 80s and 90s were brutal, when hard fouls were strategy, not controversy. When players like the Detroit Bad Boys tried to break you physically just to test if your will will hold. Jordan got hit, foul, slammed to the floor. He'd limp to the bench, tighten his laces, and go back in. Every night was a war, and he never surrendered. And then there was the flu game. Game 5 of the 1997 finals. Jordan, barely able to stand, drenched in sweat, weak from food poisoning or the flu. Most players would have sat it out. He didn't. He suited up, stepped onto the court, and dropped 38 points. He led the Bulls to victory, then collapsed into Scottie Pippen's arms, completely drained. That's not myth. That's reality. That's the standard he set. Compare that to today. Stars skip games not because they're sick, but because they're tired. They don't tape up ankles. They call it a night. They don't push through. They preserve. And somehow that's become acceptable. Jordan's words hit like a thunderclap because they exposed what many fans already felt but couldn't say. That something in the soul of basketball has been lost. That somewhere along the line, the game became less about love and more about leverage. And if Jordan's comments were the spark, social media was the wildfire. Fans erupted. "Jordan's right," they said. He played 82 games 9 different times in his career. LeBron's done it once. The numbers don't lie. Jordan suited up for 93% of his possible games, even with injuries. LeBron? About 88%. In 7 seasons with the Lakers, LeBron's played more than 70 games only once. Jordan's old teammate once said that he twisted his ankle and was told to sit out. Jordan looked at him and said, "No way. I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of. I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact." That mindset defined him, and it's what separates legends from icons. And it wasn't just Jordan. Kobe Bryant carried the same fire. There's a story. A fan asked Kobe why he wouldn't rest when injured.
Watch me play just once. He never forgot about his fans, saved up to watch him play. I remember asking him why he couldn't just sit a game out because he was hurting.
He said, "What about the fans who saved up to watch me play just once? For that kid in the upper deck, that might have been the only chance to see him live. He wasn't going to take that away." That's what respect for the game looks like. But when Kobe, Duncan, and Garnett retired in 2016, the last bridge to Jordan's era was gone. The old school mentality left with them. What replaced it was the LeBron era, where loyalty is negotiable, rest is celebrated, and basketball is business. LeBron's legacy isn't just his stats. It's the culture he helped create, one where players dictate terms, skip games, and treat fans like an afterthought. He revolutionized the idea of player empowerment, but in doing so, stripped the game of its heart. Because here's the truth nobody wants to say: fans are the reason this sport exists. They're the ones paying $400 for a ticket, the ones taking time off work, driving hours, bringing their kids, hoping to see their hero play. And when that hero decides to sit for rest, those people are left with nothing but disappointment. Jordan understood that. He respected it. He said it himself, that guy in the cheap seat worked harder for that ticket than Jordan worked for his paycheck that night. So he showed up. Every time. Now imagine being a kid who finally gets to see LeBron James live, only to find out he's resting. Imagine that disappointment. Imagine how that shapes how you see the game. That's not greatness, that's negligence. Jordan knew the danger of that mindset. He knew that when players stop showing up, fans stop caring. Chemistry breaks down, passion fades, and slowly the league loses its soul. And that's what this battle is really about. Not Jordan versus LeBron, but legacy versus comfort, passion versus professionalism, the heart of competition versus the brand of convenience. LeBron's defenders say he's preserving his body. That longevity is smart. But Jordan's philosophy wasn't about surviving. It was about earning. Earning every cheer, every ring, every ounce of respect. He believed greatness required sacrifice, and that meant showing up even when no one expected you to. LeBron once said, "It's just basketball." Jordan's entire life proved that it was never just basketball. It was identity, duty, purpose, a sacred trust between athlete and audience. And now Jordan's rare NBC appearance feels like a warning. The NBA is at a crossroads. Ratings are down. Fans are disengaging. The culture of rest and self-preservation has replaced the culture of competition. Jordan didn't come back to criticize. He came back to remind. To remind young players what the game used to mean. Because he knows the current generation is too far gone, but the next one might still be listening. The Victor Wembanyama's, the Cooper Flags, the new kids dreaming of being great, they're watching. And maybe, just maybe, they'll hear Jordan's message and realize that greatness isn't built on load management or social media highlights. It's built on consistency, on respect, on showing up every single night, no matter what. Jordan doesn't want to save his era. He wants to save theirs. And if even one young star takes that message to heart, the future of basketball might just have a chance. Because at the end of the day, this is bigger than LeBron or Jordan. It's about what kind of game we want to watch, what kind of players we want to celebrate. Do we want heroes who show up only when it's convenient, or legends who give everything, every single night? When Jordan spoke, he didn't need volume. He didn't need to name names. His presence was enough. His message was clear. Greatness isn't about numbers, brands, or preservation. It's about showing up, competing, respecting the game, and remembering that the people in the cheap seats matter just as much as the ones courtside. This isn't just an interview. It's a wake-up call, a reminder that the soul of basketball still belongs to those who play with heart. If this story moved you, if you still believe that true greatness means showing up, then let your voice be heard. Do you think Michael Jordan was right that today's NBA has lost its heart? Or do you think LeBron's way is the new evolution of the game? Let us know in the comments below. And if you believe basketball deserves better, that passion should never be replaced by convenience, then hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more stories that uncover the truth behind the legends. Because as Jordan once said, if you can play, you play. And that, right there, is what greatness really looks like.